Hi, my name is Abel Anish Yohanan. My registration number is URK19CS1152. Today I will be explaining Python programming exercise number 1. It includes 5 questions. I will read the question number 1. To read 3 numbers and display the biggest number among them. In this experiment, we will be doing the experiment using the following code. First, we use 3 variables A, B, and C. We input 3 integers into this variable through the statements enter the first number, enter the second number, and enter the third number. After we enter 3 numbers into the variables using if and else if, we check whether which is the greatest among the 3. First, A greater than B and A greater than C. If both A is greater than B and C, it will show that biggest is A. Similarly, B and with C. Let me run this experiment. So first we enter 1 as the biggest, say first number, 2 as the second number, and 3 as the third number. It is showing biggest is 3. The second experiment is given an integer n, perform the following. If n is odd, print weird. If n is even and in between 3 to 7, print not weird. If n is even and in between 8 to 22, print weird. If n is even and greater than 22, print not weird. This experiment is done using the following codes. First, we use the variable n. We input an integer into this variable. In this experiment also, we use if-else statements. First, we check whether n is an even number or not using the modulus not equal to n modulus 2 not equal to 0, print weird. Else if n modulus 2 equal to 0 and n greater than or equal to 3 and n less than or equal to 7, print not weird. The third, else if n modulus 2 equal to 0 and n greater than 8 and n less than or equal to 2, print weird. The last, L if n's greater than 2 equal to 0 and n greater than 22, print not weird. As we run this program, we enter the number 23. It is showing weird as it is between 8 and 22 and it is not an even number. Let me go to the third experiment. The third experiment is a multiplication type experiment to generate the multiplication table for a given number. This is a simple experiment. In this experiment also, we use n as a variable. We input integer into the variable n. In this experiment, we use for loop as the statement for I in the range 1 to 11, which means I is a number between 1 to 10. R is equal to n into I. Print n x comma I is equal to R. Let's run this experiment. Enter the number. Suppose we give 5. This is a multiplication table of 5. The fourth experiment is an investment type experiment. I will read out the question. Program to compute investment report of an amount. In this experiment, we will be using 4 variables: amount, year, rate, and inter. We will be also using starting balance, ending balance, and also the interest variable. First, enter the amount as a float data type into the amount variable. Enter years as an integer data type. Enter rate as a integer data type, and also initialize inter. Print the heading. First we give the amount into the starting balance. Using for loop, we find the program for I in the range 1 to 6, which means I is between 1 and 5. which includes 1 and 5, we get interest is equal to starting balance into a rate divided by 100. Ending balance is equal to starting balance with the interest that we got here plus interest. This ending balance is given to the starting balance, which is given forth, henceforth given. Print 0.2 decimal with 0.2 decimal the interest, starting balance and ending balance including the interest. INTR plus is equal to interest. Print ending balance is equal to and print total interest earned. We run this program. We give 10,000 as an amount for 5 years with a rate of 5. This is the tabular column that has been formed. Year, starting balance, interest and ending balance for 5 years, and the last the ending balance and the total interest earned. The last experiment is GCD. The question is to find GCD using Euclid's algorithm. GCD means greatest common divisor. In this experiment, we initialize A and B, two variables, enter A as an integer data type and enter B as an integer data type. Using if and while loop, we check the statement if A greater than B and while B not equal to 0, C is equal to A modulus B. Assign B to A and assign C to B. Print GCD is equal to A. Else, while A not equal to 0, C is equal to B modulus A. A is assigned to B and C is assigned to A. Print GCD is equal to B. Let us run this program. Enter the first value as 5, the second value as 4. The common factor would be 1. Suppose we use another number, for example 4, and the second number as 2 or 22. The common divisor is 2. Thank you for listening.